Well, thank you both. Congressman, you told me that story about Canada, and I have repeated it for the last 3 years. It's a great story. And I met the senator. We both met actually working on volunteering on Andrew Cuomo's campaign in 2001. Um, and I've been a friend as she went through as a member of Congress and on the Senate, and she has been incredibly focused on increasing jobs and exports. We have an outstanding offer to different members of Congress that will come to this state and spend the day seeing small business owners. And so far, the Senate is the only one that's actually taken us up on a full day like this, hitting 3 whistle stops on the way. So I'm very happy to be here. Miriam sort of said a little bit of what we do. At the Export-Import Bank, we're a government agency. And to give you an example, Miriam gave a great example. That is during 2008, 2009, there was a credit crunch, and Exim provided a guarantee to their bank, a $2 million working capital loan so they could complete the order, have the working capital to ship those goods overseas. Remember where it was going?
Yep, one went to
Turkey. So, and I think you said, what, 80% of your sales are exports now?
no, not averaging. This year it looks like we're going to get close to 80%. This calendar year I think we're going to be close to 80%.
So what we do at the Export-Import Bank, we started by FDR in 1934, and we were focused on he was focused on how to export more jobs, and one thing is export support jobs. And here we're talking about there, I think 60 people work at the company. So this year, 80% of those sales are exports, a large portion of those employees because of exports. President Roosevelt recognized this, and he said, what stops people from exporting? Part of it is fear. Rob and I talked about that on the drive over here. People are afraid of, how do I get paid? What's it like? How do I deal with foreign languages, customs, duty? So what we do is we take the fear out. I try and tell people often, we at the Export-Import Bank, we're in the sleep business. I want you to get a good night's sleep. I don't want you to worry about not getting paid. I want you to just focus on your business, making great products, innovative products, delivering at a good price, and we can take the financial fear out. So what we do, Senator and I were talking on the way over here. She was looking at an annual report. There's a company I met at a forum just like this. Two women laid off stockbrokers, and they decided to take their grandmother's recipe and start jarring pickles. So Jenny's Pickles, and as Jenny likes to say, you have to think out of the jar. So she came to a forum in 2010. She now does $500,000 in sales. She's exporting pickles to China, Mongolia, and Canada, breaking into Britain and Germany and Saudi Arabia. She said, Fran, I can't believe those people in Saudi Arabia like my pickles. She tells me how often. She's up to 18,650 jars of pickles she's exporting. And she said, 95% of the customers live outside the U.S. I'm going to tap into them. So what we do with Jenny, she used to sell products and make people pay in advance. And after she got paid, probably even waited an extra day or two to make sure nothing happened with the bank, then she would ship the pickles. So we said, a better way of doing that is extend credit. So when she sells her pickles overseas, we write an insurance policy. Just the way you get fire insurance, theft insurance, car insurance, we insure the receivable. If her customer doesn't pay, we pay. And as a result, what did she tell me? She said, Fran, they doubled the order. They ordered twice as much. And I said, well, think about when you go to a car dealer, you're not going to pay them in advance to get your car fixed. You're going to pay, you like to pay after you get the goods. Customers are military. They want to pay after they receive the goods. She can offer them 60, 90-day terms, time for the pickles to get overseas, actually time for the customer to sell them, have the cash, and then remit it to her. Fully insured by the United States government. Once we insure those receivables, the other thing she can do, she can go to the bank and borrow against it. Because the bank says, you have an insurance policy backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government, we'll lend against that. And so the bank will then lend 75, 80, 90% against the value of those receivables. So that's something we do on smaller businesses in particular. Companies like this, we can also finance the buyer. So if the buyer is looking to make a large, how much are the social systems?
Oh, wow. It's saving range, but the particular one that we actually ourselves, we just sold another one to Russia, will be put in Russia, to that mailing, and that is about altogether about $4 million.
So sometimes overseas buyers are not gonna have $4 or $5 million in cash. What we'll do is we will provide bank financing guaranteed by the government so that they can finance that $4 or $5 million purchase and pay for it, say, over 8 years. And it's a lot easier to sell when you provide financing than if you're providing cash in advance. So we provide the financing tools because it's a very competitive world. We want U.S. companies to be able to compete and not have financing be the stumbling block. Because what we're looking to is to support jobs. And at Exim Bank, last year we supported 205,000 jobs with the financings we did. And as the senator likes to say, we also do this at no cost to the taxpayer. We collect a fee like insurance premiums or points on a loan. They pay for all of our operating expenses, all of our salaries, all of our loan loss reserves. And what's left over, for those of us in the business world, we would call profit. Actually, the federal government has a much better word. They call it negative subsidy. It's because the government subsidizes things. So when the money goes the other way, they don't know. It's not taxes. They don't know what to call it. So they call it negative subsidy. So last year, we generated over $1,057,000,000 in negative subsidy. So I made that my password because I figured I don't want to be forgetting. So we do this at no cost to the taxpayer, and we're supporting U.S. jobs. We're supporting jobs right here.